and that person will go home with the last CC crate that I'm going to give away today. And when that's over, when that drawing's over, don't run anywhere. I'll give away a few more camos before we leave too, just for everybody. I'll just pull those out of people who are watching. So you have to enter for the crate, but you don't have to do anything but be watching the channel to win some camos when the game's over.
All right, so we have a very... Oh, no, good.
What?
Oh, I didn't know if you still had more.
No, I'm good.
What you were saying. Okay. Let's see here. Team USA, Kiryu, Yink, Cruiser Otago, and JCF, of course, still in the Monty and Yamato, respectively. They're deciding to go with a 5-cruiser setup on this one. Double Des Moines, Slap, and Robert Victor. 901 in the Hindi, and then Alpine Rooster and Uber Sniper both taking the Zhao, whereas Mario Kart Guy is still fooling around in the gearing.
Well, this will be interesting. We find sometimes that teams prefer to take single destroyers on 42 by 42 maps, but on a 48 by 48 map, it's tougher because once your destroyer is in a quadrant, moving him around the board is a real challenge. You lose a lot of time doing that. So we'll have to see what their overall plan is here. Well, we've got Hindenburg, Des Moines, Yamato heading towards C. Everyone else on the team, including the carrier, is making a strong A push.
Very well. Let's see here. Yeah, I totally read off your lineup of ships. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Go ahead and read yours.
Kuryu, Republic, Yami, double Worcester, double Hindenburg, and then Gearing Grozovoy. It's another 4-ship split. Grozovoy, Worcester, Hindenburg, Republic going towards C, and Gearing, Worcester, Hindenburg, and Yamato going towards A. Yeah, my apologies. All right, and yeah, you're right. With the one destroyer setup, making sure that he stays alive and plays smartly is incredibly important, because losing that guy, you're gonna be in a world of hurt if that does come to pass.
It is indeed. Well, Mario is playing very cagey. He's actually behind several of the cruisers now as they move west down the CD line. It looks like Mario's going to swing very wide. They're not even interested in pushing him into a cap circle just yet.
Some good spotting from MIA's carrier. There's already 2 groups of dive bombers all back on the... We're able to get a couple glimpses of ships that were moving towards the southeast, specifically the Yami and the Hindenburg, so they'll know what's coming over there. But MIA with the 2 DDs, they need to get the early cap lead to start getting points in their favor. They need to be able to take advantage of the comp that they are bringing.
Yeah, if you've got a destroyer advantage like this, you've got to flex it. You've got to put pressure on the enemy team by picking up that early cap advantage.
You can see here that Robert Victor is moving into a spot on C, so they're at least countering where the likely parts of the cap that the DDs will be at for MIA, with Des Moines positions so that they're able to radar both A and C. So they definitely thought that out, that's for sure.
Yep, revving now into the bottom end of A, charging for hard cover. Probably will have it shortly, taking a little bit of damage to get there, not surprising.
Yeah, but he'll be okay now. He's completely in solid cover.
Yep.
However, Ichima has to be careful over here at C. Even if he goes to the southeastern corner of C, I'm fairly certain he's going to be in the radar range of Robert Victor.
I'm a little surprised to see them make a push.
Not go for B.
Not go for B, right? Like if you have the destroyer advantage, why wouldn't you want to try that? Because the odds of the enemy team shoving their lone destroyer into B are pretty much 0. Now, what's about to happen over here as they come down the 2 line? Mario Kart and both Zhaos are all in the same grid square, and Mario is going to lay smoke for these guys here in a minute, and let them just smoke up in this way over here on the flank and try to do something.
I just wanted to say they picked up a page out of Rain's playbook. You saw that clan, an EU clan, win the last European King of the Seas, and I'm fairly certain that a double Zhao with a gearing, smoking them out to the corners, I'm fairly certain it was them that did it, and they were able to take great advantage of it. And I believe we also saw OPG in 07 do something similar, maybe not with double Zhao, But the intent is quite obvious. They're just trying to get an angle to work over Revan whenever he does get spotted.
Right.
He realizes this. He's moving right now. He can't stay there.
Yeah.
He's dropping torps, and he has to get off of A.
What you saw '07 do was they would pair Gearing and Zhao, one on each on the 1 line and the 10 line.
Yeah.
Here we've got double Zhao with a single Gearing, which I think is also slightly different. Oh, Rooster took a decent hit there from Potato Quality in the smoke. He wasn't spotted, but Potato might have caught a glimpse at him. Either way, he fished and came up with about 10K.
I really hope MIA realizes that Ichima cannot safely cap C over to B right now, because there's nothing. There's nothing right now that's stopping them from being able to cap B, and that would put a lot of pressure early on here on Team USA. We'll see if they realize that and swing him back around.
Let's see what happens. MIA racking up the points now on the strength of their early cap advantage, bagging A uncontested. Mario now spotted by Bombers as AA plugging away, trying to drive them off.
Well, it's nice to see that MIA realizes they must have done their homework, because they saw exactly the play that was being made by Team USA. So they immediately have pulled all of their assets out of the A cap. So now, if I were them, I'd send them all over towards the B area. That gearing for Team USA is still well out of position from any of the caps. So you know what? Get over to B, get that cap. They really need to get this points total going to force Team USA into potentially a bad spot.
Alpine Rooster took a torp and smoke there. He's down under 20K right now. Well, probably, I assume he's going to try and rotate north and pull back a bit. Right now, they have nothing to shoot at. Between the air cover and Mario Kart's position, they have no eyes on anything over here in this quadrant of the map. They can see Potato Quality now.
That was really good. That was a really good counter. They must have done their homework. They knew as soon as they saw that look was coming with that smoke.
Potato Quality fishing in the smoke again and coming up empty.
Well, Potato Quality needs to be a little careful. He is angled away, so he can speed up when he needs to, but I suppose he's okay. He just needs to not be so frugal, or be a little bit more frugal, I should say, with his HP. Surprisingly, Ichima is not trying to get on B. Maybe they're...
It's a surprise to me. It's a huge surprise to me, because they could have had B for free, and they'd have almost they'd have over a 500-point lead. Now, Mario Kart is charging into the northwest corner. He's going to be into A shortly. Team USA has decided that they want to stop the bleeding here. They're down 130 points. They're not anywhere close to capping anything, and they're going to get in here and at least contest this cap, as Mario Kart is going to stop the points gain and hold the gap where it is. Now, that's interesting. I didn't realize that Revan had left the cap.
Yeah, they really pulled away from the A cap. I'm still uncertain why they're trying to contest a 5v4 here, where Mario Kart's obviously going to get the A cap, and they're just going to slowly bleed HP over here against a superior force in numbers. I still can't put it for the life of me why they haven't tried to get on B. And I'm not trying to be too harsh on MIA. It's just, I mean, granted, we have the eagle's eye view, and I'm just looking at B completely uncontested. Like, come on, guys.
I mean, right now, one of the bloody Team USA battleships could cap B if they wanted. Like, JCF could go cap B if he wanted. I mean, I doubt he will, but he could.
Indeed. I think Revan is going to try to get back on A here. Maybe. Not sure. He's backing up broadside to the cap right now. Okay, so Warlord is shoving his Republic along with Ichima onto the C cap. So they are going to get C. However, Warlord is going to eat some damage from that dastardly 901 Hindenburg back there, just doing what he does best, sitting at range and popping off some good HE spam. So I still give the advantage to MIA C-Raptor, but you can have a lot more points.
I'm not sure. Team USA right now, they're retreating from C, right? The Des Moines has turned around. JCF has turned around. The Hindenburg's on the B line. They seem content to completely let these guys have C. And I think this was always their plan. If you looked at how they deployed their team, it looked as if the plan was to allow them to cap C and use these guys over here on the eastern side as a retreating action, right? The delay flank, for lack of a better way to put it. Revan now back into A, denying those points as Mario Kart guy has rotated out of the cap, up by Slap right now, trying to smoke him, I think, out of that position.
It's just They could have a 3-cap. They could have all 3 caps, or about to. Warlord, okay, so they finally realized the position that they're in. Warlord 01 is shoving his Republic right into the middle channel, and he's going to head west towards B. So they finally realized that.
That might be a little overly aggressive because they're about to have A and C. They do now. At this point, again, the onus is still on Team USA to do something.
Revan is in a really tricky spot. That he's well within the Des Moines radar range.
Yes, he is.
Not to poke himself out. He's 10 kilometers away from.
Oh, JCF just punished him. JCF just must have put like 8K into him. No, it doesn't surprise me.
Another 20-kilometer hello there. Alpine Rooster is a bit extended though. He is quite a bit extended, and he is bow in. He's burning on the superstructure. All of a sudden, it's not looking good. Some Yami shells from Potato.
Ouch!
Oh, Potato quality with the quality shot.
The
Nice
MIA
stuff
bags
right
kill number 1 as they go up to almost a 300-point lead here. Team USA just they don't look like they have a really solid, cohesive strategy for what to do at this stage. I mean, maybe that's harsh, but they kind of look like they're all over the place.
It's funny you say that because the strat that they whipped out over here to the west of A, I mean, the reigning EU King of the Seas champions did that, and MIA immediately made the correct audible, pulling the stuff back, not giving them anything to shoot at. But of course, we must also mention Modulatus is having a much better game in the air. I mean, I'm looking at a whole bunch of green planes flying around, and I don't really see anything else from Yink in the hack. So
Yink's planes are all kind of back up along the CD line. I mean, and there they go, 3 caps.
Oh,
The MIA bagging. Ooh, wow, that's huge. 2 ships up now. Team USA kind of definitely on the back foot, and they have no caps. They're down 2 ships. They're going to be off. Their game's going to be over in less than 3 minutes unless they can force a change.
Yeah, and very, very timely kills right there too. Because now just look at the points totals here after it is just it's full speed downhill.
Exactly.
No brakes.
You're on a downhill slope now. You got to stop. You got to find some brakes somewhere.
And it's not just good enough to get kills. They need to get on at
Oh,
least 2 of the
Uber
caps and start
snipers
contesting
in the Zao smoke,
Whew.
getting destroyed by Revan's torpedoes. Well-timed torpedoes over there. That shaves
like,
even more time off the clock.
Yeah, I think this one's going to MIA.
MIA. This game has been all MIA almost from minute 1. It just feels that way. They're just dominating this game right now. Up 3 ships, owning all the caps. They'll have a win in 90 seconds.
They did very well contesting. That was a very nice outplay on the strategy. They
But we talked about it, right?
What to do.
Yeah,
they
we
knew
talked
what to do when it happened.
And we talked about them being able to flex that destroyer advantage. Now, it doesn't seem like that's really kind of what's going to win them the game. But Team USA's inability to contest more than 1 cap or to get points anywhere else on the board other than where Mario is has really hurt them.
Yeah. And of course, that's the danger of running a 1DD. Granted, a lot of the top-end teams do like to run that. You see it with, ZR did it a few times during the last tournament. You saw Total War Alliance, TWA on the EU server run it. I'm pretty sure some of the Russian teams in the cross server ran it. But, it can sometimes be tricky, as Robert Victor takes a big hit, if the enemy team is able to successfully audible. And clearly MIA was able to audible well in this game, and they're going to have a very convincing win here, Sea-Raptor. As we get our wish, we're going to go to Game 3.
We're going to Game 3. That seems, another kill. 28 seconds on the clock now as Robert Victor out off the board. Mario under heavy air assault here. Shells coming in from all directions. You have to believe that Team USA knows this is over.
Yeah. No GGs yet, but it's over. This is the
10 seconds.
Yeah, this would be the impossible throw at this point, and maybe they'll get Mario Kart before the game ends.
Oh, they extend the clock. They extend the clock, but Mario's about to die. And there he goes.
I said the impossible throw. Here it comes.
No. This is over. Here it is. There it goes.
Very strong victory
by
MIA.
MIA looking really solid, taking Game 2 convincingly pole to pole here as we go to Game 3.
Sure. All right.
And you know where Game 3 is, Sneaky?
Is it on Sleeping Giant?
It is on Sleeping Giant!
Oh, we're not going to hear the end of that. You know it. Oh my god, the championship is on Sleeping Giant. What the hell's wrong